Hi guys, I just wanted to make a short little video on an HDMI capture device I picked up off of Amazon. It's just a Chinese one. Couldn't really find any videos or anything on it to see how well it worked, if it worked at all, or if it was just a big piece of crap that would drop out every 2 minutes or something on you. But so far it has been doing great. It's just this long, skinny little black full HD video capture. It's USB 3.0 and it just has a single HDMI in. There is no pass-through device, so you couldn't use it like with an Xbox or PlayStation or something like that where you want to actually pass the video feed through so you can capture it and send it to a display. You can still do that if you had a splitter like this guy here. It just takes one in and turns it into two out, so then one would go to your display and one would go to the capture. This I bought because I might need it, but I might not, I'm not sure. This is a switch. This is a 4-port switch. It has an output on it, which is on the end, which you would plug into the capture device there. And then you got 4 inputs, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I got this, that way I can cycle through devices. Like this right now is being recorded through the capture device on my Panasonic G85 camera. And then I also have the GoPro Hero 4, and like any other GoPro, it pretty much would be the same thing. You just have a micro USB, you just need to get an adapter to convert it to full size. And then I also have, the main reason this was bought is for the Inspire 2 drones, because they have the HDMI output on the remotes. So I can take that output and plug it into the switch here, and then the switch into my capture device, and I can kind of cycle through the different cameras when I'm out at the track or wherever I may be doing like a live stream. Then I can sync in the Yeti's audio right there with it, because obviously it's going to sound much better than the little tiny pinhole microphone like on the tablet if I did like the DJI Go streaming. This is just going to give me much more flexibility, and then I'll be able to stream to more than one service at a time, to like Facebook and YouTube, for example, at the same time. But as you can see, the capture device works great. I haven't had any issues. There's just one thing worth noting, not really an issue. You just have to make sure that this is plugged into the computer before you open OBS. I don't know if other software may be different, but it does it both on this dual Xeon processor here. This is a 56 core machine. Thing laughs at just about anything. But it does it on here, and it does it on my laptop too, which is a 7th gen i7 in there, so I mean it's a fairly high-end laptop too. But if you open OBS and you plug this capture device in after opening it, you won't get any picture, you'll just end up with a black image. But if you plug it in first and then you open OBS, it works perfect. So that's just one thing I figured I would note that somebody might have an issue with. The first time I plugged it in, I plugged it in first and opened OBS and it was fine. And then a few days later I went to use it again and then I couldn't get it to work. I'm like, what, the thing broke already? Is that why it's so cheap? And then I just kind of trial and error I found you have to plug it in first. That's it. That's the only thing I've discovered. It's never cut out or dropped or gotten hot or anything yet. I think I've had it for probably close to a month now. It hasn't really been used that much, but it will be getting used quite a bit when I'm out at the track. It's going to be used pretty much all day long. Works great with the camera. I just have to put the camera in 1080 mode because that is a 1080 device. So if the camera is in 4K, and then it has to downscale the output to 1080 for that, it gets really laggy, but that's the camera's fault. But with the 1080 60 signal, it works great on the GoPro, the drone, and this. I imagine like 1080 30 would be the same. I don't see why it'd be any different. 720. Like a 480 signal, that I do not know, because anything I've got outputs at least, well, pretty much everything I have outputs at 1080, so I wouldn't know. Or same with 1080i, but I don't think there's really a whole lot of that around anymore. Most things are going to be progressive, not interlaced. But yeah, I just figured I'd make this little video to show you that it works. I believe it was $70 on Amazon Prime. It may have even been one of the free next day shipping items. I can't remember. But I will just post that in the description down below, so you can pick it up. It's pretty much the cheapest USB 3 capture device that I can find, and it works great. Thanks for watching.